My ex is coming to stay for a week, my girlfriend said. If you feel uncomfortable, you can go to a hotel. I replied, how considerate of you. Then I booked a suite for that week and hired a moving company to pack up all my things. When she got home, she found the apartment empty. I had been with my girlfriend Renata for 2 years. We lived together in my apartment that I signed the lease on before we started dating. I paid the rent and most of the bills because I made significantly more money than her. I genuinely thought we were building a life together. I was completely wrong about that. It started when she came home from work one Tuesday evening looking nervous and uncomfortable. She sat me down on the couch and said she needed to tell me something important. My ex-boyfriend is coming to town next week, she said carefully. He's going through a really hard time right now and has nowhere to stay. I told him he could stay here with us for a week. I stared at her in complete disbelief. Your ex-boyfriend, the one you dated for 4 years before me, the one you told me you were completely over. I am over him. This is just me being a good friend to someone in need right now. He can't get a hotel room somewhere? She rolled her eyes at me. Hotels are expensive. He just lost his job and has no money saved. I'm not making him spend money he doesn't have, so he stays here, in our apartment, for an entire week. Where exactly does he sleep? She hesitated for a moment. The couch. Or we can figure something out when he arrives. The point is, he needs help, and I'm going to help him. If you feel uncomfortable with that arrangement, you can go stay at a hotel for the week. I let those words sink in completely. She was asking me to leave my own apartment so her ex could stay there with her for a week, in the home that I paid for every single month with my money. How considerate of you, I said quietly, keeping my voice steady. She actually seemed relieved by my response. I knew you'd understand eventually. He arrives on Friday. I nodded and said nothing else. She went to take a shower like the conversation was finished, but it wasn't finished, not even close. The next morning after she left, I called a moving company and scheduled them for Thursday. I booked a luxury suite at a nice hotel for a month. I contacted my landlord about breaking the lease early. There was a penalty, but I didn't care at all. I spent the rest of the week quietly packing my personal belongings when Renata was at work. Important documents, expensive electronics, anything specifically mine went into boxes stored in my car trunk. Thursday morning, Renata left for work like normal. She kissed me goodbye and reminded me her ex was arriving the next day. I said I remembered. 2 hours later, the moving company arrived with their truck. They packed up everything else in the apartment. The furniture I had bought, the kitchen appliances, the television, the artwork on the walls, everything gone. By 4, the apartment was completely empty, except for her clothes, which I left piled in the bedroom closet. I left my keys on the kitchen counter and checked into my hotel suite. I turned off my phone completely. Renata got home around 6 that evening. She immediately started calling and texting frantically when she walked in and saw the empty apartment. When I turned my phone on the next morning, I had 47 missed calls and over 100 text messages from her. The messages started confused. Where is everything? Did we get robbed? Then angry. What did you do? This isn't funny at all. Then desperate. Please call me back. My ex arrives in 3 hours and the apartment is completely empty. Then furious. You're a coward. You couldn't talk to me like an adult? I sent exactly 1 text in response. You told me to go to a hotel if I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable, so I went. I took my things with me. The lease is in my name, so I terminated it. You have 30 days to vacate. Good luck with your ex. She tried calling. I blocked her number. She showed up at my office. Security escorted her out. She sent friends to contact me. I ignored every one of them. Her ex did stay that week, in an empty apartment with no furniture and no electricity because I canceled utilities. She scrambled to reconnect everything and bought an air mattress. Her ex left after 3 days because the situation was too chaotic. Friends told me Renata was telling everyone I was abusive and controlling, that I abandoned her homeless. I kept receipts showing I paid for everything. I kept texts where she told me to leave. I showed them to anyone who asked. Truth comes out. 6 months later, I'm in a new apartment with new furniture. I will never be with someone who thinks my comfort in my own home is optional. Some lessons cost money. This was worth every penny.